Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today will be the briefing session for your assignment for this semester, and for this semester, as you know, the assignment will be conducted through online, and you are also not being here physically. So therefore, all of the assignments needed to be conducted through the online sessions, which you will also have a case study and also a video report presentation, meaning that you provide a written report and then you provide a recorded video presentation to me. Okay, so here is your assignment for this semester, which is for REM 312 Real Estate Marketing. As we know, the first part of your assignment will be the case study report, and then this will consist of 40% of your carry marks, whereby 20% is from CLO2 and 20% is from CLO3, and the course learning objective 2 and also 3. And for your video presentation, it will consist of 10% of your carry marks. And for your test, okay, test 1 and test 2 will consist of 5% of marks, and then the whole marks will be 10%. Okay, and lastly is the written test, which replaces the final examination that previous semesters have had, whereby you conduct the written test through final online test, and then the written test will consist of 40% of your whole carry mark. Okay, so case study report 40%, video and test another 10 and 10 is already 60%, and then the final online test is 40%. So that will encompass of your whole 100% of your marks, and how you are going to be graded, whether you can get an A minus, B plus, B, and the minimum scoring marks is 50%. Okay, so then you can get the C, which is the minimum requirement to pass the subject. Okay, so the first task is you need to conduct the case study report. The instruction for you is you are needed to form a real estate marketing company, and this real estate marketing company or your group must consist of about 4 to 5 members only. So not having 2 or 3 or 6 or 7 or 8 or more than that, but 4 to 5 members, preferably 4, but if you don't have any choice, then it's about 5 members. So if you wanted to get more than 5 members, let's say because of the grouping limitations and whatnot, you have to ask and get the permission from the lecturer. Okay, but nonetheless, this is the permitted number, because we don't want any number of members who didn't contribute towards the group in producing the case study and also presentation. Okay, so the real estate marketing company must fulfill the following criteria. Number 1 is for you to have a logo and also the company name. So you have to be creative and then design maybe a simple logo, and then you find out what is a suitable company name that represents your company with the logo. Okay, so number 2 is you need to have a vision and also mission of the company, whereby you state whether in 5 years time the goal of the company is to become the biggest real estate marketing company in Malaysia, in Perak, in Penang, and the mission of the company, of course, is to provide something like to provide the best marketing solutions towards other organizations in Malaysia, and maybe afterwards in Southeast Asia, in Asia, or even in the whole world. So that is something that you need to provide. It's an aspiration for you and your company. Okay. Number 3, have organizational structure consisting of at least the managing director, the managers, and also other staffs. Okay, so organizational structure, I prefer that you provide some background of the company, company members, meaning that you have the managing director and then states the managing director's name, the qualifications, and also some of the experience. Maybe your managing director have a bachelor degree in estate management, a master's, or something like that. Okay, so you have to introduce your group members through the organizational structure. Okay, for number 4, company specialization and areas of focus. Okay, so the specialization is basically that you are saying that you are very familiar in a particular aspect of marketing. Let's say you are very familiar with marketing of commercial properties in the state of Perak. So you have to state some of the experiences that you have conducted with marketing. Like you already marketed 15 commercial properties in the state of Perak, mainly in Ipoh, because in Ipoh there's a lot of commercial properties as compared in Botel, for example. Okay, so that is regarding the company specialization. And about area of focus also is quite the same. You said that you are focusing more on commercial properties because commercial properties is much easier to market, or you have people that have already the experience and knowledge in marketing commercial properties or something like that. Okay, so number 5 is you need to provide an in-depth analysis of the property market in the state where the case study has been selected. So I already highlighted the part of analysis of the property market. So this is basically one of the most important aspect of your case study report. So if you choose like a case study in Pangkor, then you have to conduct an analysis in the whole state of Perak. You don't have to conduct analysis in the whole of Malaysia or Peninsula or something like that. So you just focus on the state where your case study is located. So if you choose in Pangkor, in the state of Perak, then you can narrow down from Perak to the district of Manjong, and then you can see the types of similar case studies that you can get through from particular documents. For in this case, I recommend you to use PMR, property market report. You try and find and get the most recent PMR that's being produced by NAPIC under the purview of JPPH. Okay, so when you already get the property market report, then you can analyze the demand and supply, the number of commercial properties, the overhanging, the number of properties not being sold. So you look through the property market report and then you conduct the necessary analysis from that particular document, and then you provide your findings from the analysis inside the case study report. So you state whether it's possible or not for this particular case study to be marketed and being sold afterwards. Especially you have to relate also with the current condition in our country, which we already have the pandemic right now. Okay, so that is regarding the analysis of the property market. And for item number 6, you need to provide a successful case study representing the works that your company have done in marketing a beach resort. So the particular case study for this semester is you are going to be marketing a beach resort. Okay, the reason I chose beach resort is that for you and your group members to have the opportunity and also ability to ascertain information easily from the internet, whereby you don't have to be physically there. Like if you choose beach resort in Pangkor Laut Beach Resort, for example, so you don't have to go to Pangkor and then you take another boat to Pangkor Laut. It's a separate island from the big island. You have to take another boat and then you have to photograph, you have to interview physically, because of the current conditions. So we don't want you to be exposed of the pandemic out there. So it's much better and much safer if you can get the information through online methods. Okay, so for the online methods, we will look, you are also needed to look regarding the case study, the land, the development, the locality. You must inspect them through online, whereby you can use geospatial softwares like Google Street or Google Earth, or even other GIS softwares like ArcGIS, where you can use the zoom in feature and then see where is the property located, and then you put in all of the necessary information, like the subject properties location, the site location, and then the surrounding neighborhoods. You have to provide them. Okay, so from this also, it doesn't mean that if you conduct a beach report case study, you didn't have to interview anyone. You are also needed to interview the person in charge regarding of the beach resort, somebody who is at least in a managerial position, that can give you further information regarding the beach resort. So of course, for the beach resort, you need to find out everything that you can, everything that you can, and then you can put inside the case study report. Of course, we have to have the beach resort's name, the logo, the history, maybe some organizational charts, the number of bedrooms, the facilities there, the amenities, how you can get to the beach resort. So if you are from Ipoh, how you are going to get to Pangkor Laut Beach Resort. So you have to tell all of that kind of information. This is because you need to understand the case study report is also part of your marketing report, whereby you need your client to read the marketing report and be interested in purchasing the particular case study property. Okay, so you are also needed to display chosen marketing methods being employed primarily, and describe regarding the SWOT analysis of the resort. Marketing methods, you can refer to the lecture notes and find some information on your own, conduct some research on your own, how you are going to employ the best methods to market them, whether maybe you are going to market them through traditional measures, using newspapers, television, or even you can utilize the online platforms like social media, whereby you can blast the information to Facebook, to WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, whatsoever. So you have to employ the best method that you think is possible, or even a combination of several methods. Okay, if a combination of several methods, then you have to state what is the reason you employ these methods and what is the advantages. So for the SWOT analysis, of course, SWOT, if you've heard or never heard, is actually the strength, the weakness, the opportunity, and also the threat of the result. So you have to find out the results, basically advantages and disadvantages, but you make it more rigorous, like stating the strength is that it's a 5-star resort. The weakness is that the resort is quite difficult to access because it is on a private island. The opportunity is that people now in the current COVID-19 pandemic, they feel that a private island or secluded island is much better to go for a vacation because they don't necessarily have a lot of visitors there. The threat is that, of course, for tourism industry, the pandemic is making everyone to be vigilant and are afraid to go out and visit these touristy places, these places of attraction. So that may be something that you can put under SWOT analysis. Okay. Item number 7 is for you to conclude the report on the estimation time in the form of a Gantt chart in the process of marketing the resort from start until finish. Okay, so a Gantt chart is an item like you have this chart whereby that shows for the first week, the second week, the fourth week until the 15th week, whereby you completed your report, what you are going to do. First of all, what you are going to do, so you have to determine on your own. First, maybe in the form of the Gantt chart, you can form a discussion group, and afterwards you are conducting in the second week you are conducting case study selection. The third week you are conducting the investigation, whereby you get the information from the managers there, and then you interview them through online methods. You interview them through video calls, conferencing. So you must state what you are going to do for the whole project. And so of course we have about 14 or 15 weeks, so you need to accommodate your task within the 14 and the 15 weeks, because you need to see the final submission date is on 15th of January 2021, Friday 5 p.m. So this is the most amount of time that I can give you, and I also expect you didn't do this assignment on a last minute basis, because if you conduct your assignment on a last minute basis, is easily traceable. I can read through the report, and then I can see the quality of the report. So if this is a last minute assignment that you conduct the final weeks of the submission date, so of course is easily found in the report. Okay, so I hope when you receive this assignment, and you will conduct it quickly, because you have all the time, because you have all the time to do this, because you have the comfort of your own homes, and the comfort of your own home, of course, you didn't have to be physically there. Okay, so that is the regarding case study report. So if you have any questions regarding the report, you can directly PM me, or even you can post the question inside the Padlet. So I will try to answer that as quickly as possible. So for the second task, 10% of your carry marks, you are needed to prepare a recorded video presentation detailing the case study report that have been conducted earlier. So each group member must be present in the video and describe various aspects of the report that have been completed. So in this video, I want everybody to be presenting, and I want everybody also to show their faces when they are presenting. I don't want just some of the slides without the physical faces of the group members. So maybe you can try to emulate of what I'm doing here, whereby I have the screen, and then I have the video of myself. inside the presentation. So you can easily describe or even portray what you are doing, and I can see your expressions also, whether you are very confident or whatsoever. So that will become part of your assessment also. So the recorded video presentation must be uploaded in the Padlet and shared onto the YouTube platform as well as the messaging app WhatsApp. Okay, so in the Padlet, I will provide a column for you whereby you can post the URL link. I don't expect you to post the 500, 600 megabyte of data inside the Padlet, but I want you to post the video presentation onto YouTube, and then you just share to me what's the URL link, and also inside the group, my WhatsApp group, you post the URL link, so therefore everybody can have a glimpse of what you are presenting, so everybody can benefit through the presentation. Everybody can see regarding the information, because it's a very interesting topic, beach resort. So it's of course during this condition, we also being cooped up inside our houses, and we wanted to go out and visit these interesting places. So maybe is a little bit of consolation for us. Okay, so extra marks will be item number 4. The recorded video presentation will be about 8 to 10 minutes of content, and not more than that. So if you can make it very compact and concise, 8 to 10 minutes, so of course it should be sufficient. It's about the same number of time that you have if you are presenting inside the classroom. So if you are presenting inside the classroom, it's the same. I will give you about 8 to 10 minutes to present. And for Q&A sessions, you can take the Q&A session from the comment section of the YouTube video. So if any people, not from your classmates of your real estate marketing course-mates, any people from the public, they are watching your video and they have some questions, they are interested in asking questions, then you must also have the ability to answer them. Or might be I'm the one commenting. I don't know about the YouTube viewers out there. Maybe if your video is very creative, then maybe you can get a very high number of viewers. So number of viewers also I will try to see. So if you have about 200 or 300 viewers, then it shows that the video is very creative and very interesting. Okay, so extra marks will be awarded for your creativity. The content of the video must show the ability to perform the marketing skills through market development relating with real estate marketing, and you must demonstrate appropriate entrepreneurial skills in real estate marketing. How you are going to emulate the successful entrepreneurs, how they are marketing their products, maybe is the same way that you can market your case study. Okay, so last date for video presentation uploaded will be on 19th of January 2021, Tuesday 5 p.m. So the report will be handed earlier so that I have some time to read through the report, and then for the presentation I can watch it much later on 19th January. So this is because I want to get as much information as possible before I watch your presentation. So if I have some questions or issues regarding the report from the presentation, I will get the information, and you must already stated out very clearly on what you have done. So if I have further information, of course I will contact you. I will ask inside the WhatsApp group or even in the Padlet session. Okay, So that is regarding the second task, which is the video presentation. So the first task we already covered, and the second one, and the third task is actually not really a task, but this is something that you will conduct. It's obligatory, whereby you will conduct your final online test planned on 5th of February, Friday, 5th of February 2020. 2021. So the final online test will be conducted for 2 hours, 10 a.m. or 12 noon, through online links that will be provided by the lecturer. Either you are using Island or UFuture, so this will be determined afterwards. But the date and the time is planned to be on this time, this condition. Okay, so other informations, tutorial sessions will be used for progress reporting of the assignment to the lecturers, and also some of the works or questions that I need you to answer. Okay, so the report must follow, must have this kind of format: table of content, the acknowledgement, the conclusion, using Times New Roman font 12, 1.5 spacing, all pages in color, so I don't want any black and white PDF with the name and the student numbers in front, using the standardized front for diploma, which is, I think, is a green cover. So any late submission of the report, video and presentation will be deducted 5% marks each subsequent days. So if you don't have any valid reason in delaying submitting the report and video, then don't do this. Of course, your marks will be affected. Not only your marks, this is the whole group's marks. So if all 5 of you submit late, then all 5 of you will be deducted on their marks. And also, the last item is that any members who did not contribute towards the team efforts and works will be terminated. And not awarded any assessment marks. So if you have group members who are not contributing, one of you or several of you can come to me and then describe what is happening, and then I will conduct an investigation. Maybe I will interview I will interview the person who is being charged, and then the person who is making the complaint. So it's a fair investigation, so I will know from both sides, and I will not disclose the identity of the complainant or even the victims to any of you. But you can disclose to me, and then I will take the appropriate action. Okay. And another thing that I need to remind you is because this already happened in previous semesters, whereby 1 or 2 students were left out from the groups. They are maybe they don't have the information, they are not within the particular social group of the class, and maybe this particular student is a repeater. This I entrust for the class reps to ensure that everybody, class rep must ensure that everybody is inside an assignment group and nobody is being left out. Because if a person is left out, they only take the final online test, but they don't do the assignment, of course that person is not going to pass the subject, because the assignment and the report and the video presentation is already half from the total carry mark, is 50%. So how can that particular person can score test 1 and test 2 10%, and then final online test is 40%? Then I have to give him or her the full 50% marks for him or her to pass the subject, and is not going to be possible. I'm not sure if anybody can achieve 50% full marks. It's going to be a very uphill challenge for that to be conducted. So the main thing is for you, everybody must do their part. Everybody must be alert on all the notification and the announcements by the lecturer, by the group leaders, contribute, and then ensure nobody is left out. Everybody have a fair and specific amount of work that they need to do, they need to contribute. So this is a group effort. Whatever you do in a group work, it reflects the score that you will get. So if a particular group is very good, then of course the whole mark of the group will be very good. So my advice also is if you are very confident with yourself, we are very good student whatsoever, you maybe try to join other groups to improve their performance, because I want every group to be in the highest quality in terms of their work output and also their presentation. So maybe you can get a very good graphic designer, a video editor, somebody who has the knowledge regarding the beach resort, can do the proper analysis. So you must have a good mix of group members. Okay, so that is some explanation on the assignment brief, the first task and the second task. Any further questions you can directly ask me inside the Padlet and also the WhatsApp group. And this is the assessment that will be used to assess your marks. So this one I will be sharing inside the Padlet and also in the group. The assignment rubrics, the assessments, how you are going to get excellent, good, fair, poor, unsatisfactory, non-submission. So non-submission is 10%. 0%, no marks at all. And evidence of plagiarism. So evidence of plagiarism, if I see there's plagiarism whereby you just take the information directly without any citation, without any credit to the person who is you are referring to, then of course it's plagiarism. Be very careful regarding this thing, not only on the assignment but also on the final online test, because how am I going to monitor everybody? We have about 200 students for real estate marketing. So if I see any plagiarisms, of course I will conduct the investigation first and then determine whether you are really doing your work or you are plagiarizing somebody else's work. Okay, the format, the language of the report, the presentation, the assessment rubric for the presentation, good, fair, poor. Okay, so that is the assessment rubric that I will be using, and this is the assessment form that I will be using also. How I will grade your report from scale of 1 until 10, and the format 0 until 5, the language, and of course the presentation, and maybe some additional comments. Okay, so I think that's about it for the tutorial sessions for this week. And of course, like I said before, if you have any question, you can directly ask me, and then I will provide the information to you as quickly as possible. With that, I end the tutorial session and the assignment brief with wabillahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.